Right, and we're live.
Whoa.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more D&D. Today, Tyler and Chris will be joining us online on
You
Discord.
didn't smack the table. Yay!
You will have to forgive my low energy today. I had a very rough morning. I will hopefully build energy and momentum as the night progresses.
As soon as he plays Rex, it's like down.
Darn dude!
You should have gotten an energy.
I hate rebels.
My advice to everyone is when you've been super anxious all day, buy an energy drink. I highly recommend it.
Some people have this increased anxiety.
Yeah, like
for
me.
Everyone.
That was the point of my advice.
I'm pretty. It is everyone,
Anyways.
literally too. Yeah.
You learn that Tyler is actually a fire sorcerer.
Whoa.
And other than that, I don't remember where you guys left off.
The house on fire. We met Garden's fiance,
Yes.
Stephen Ash.
Yes.
We don't like him.
Seems like a swell guy, you know?
Uh-huh.
Highly recommend.
At least we're all on board with me breaking up with him.
Yeah.
At least no one was like, marry him. He's great. He's just a Colin.
Great. Don't worry about it.
And then
Zach wasn't as
Duke Dorado.
Pretentious, I guess.
Yeah, he was.
grimy.
Yeah, that's fair.
and then
But Zach was still kind of it. Anyways.
after that,
Anyway.
Yeah.
he
That's
left.
exactly how it
After that, we got into the wagons and had
Did you guys?
Are we going places?
Because we got.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Tell you guys why you are going to the capital.
No.
I'm not Jack Atlas.
What?
What's his name?
The guy who sang the song.
That thing, Elder
Oh
Wanda.
yeah.
Blair Flanagan.
Dorado is the
Blair
city of
Flanagan.
gold.
you're heading there. I thought we were heading there to get a contact to get us past Cold Steel Harbor.
Is that where we're doing?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was just
So-
a side note.
Let's say it was just a side note that Blair Flanagan died. But I meant to tell you guys last session how I should have ended it. Rex spoke to the city of Zamor. Can somebody, John, will you reach over? Can you see on the top where it says input on the TV right there? It's going to be on the backside. If you'll just press that and a couple times for me.
HDMI 3?
No, it needs to be HDMI 1. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so, because they banned from the Cobalt Harbor bandit port city, and they caught wind that Rex Goodwin and a band of mercenaries were in the country and have asked for you guys to come and handle it.
And he said yes.
Yeah.
She said yes.
It's free money.
And a good way to get through the
That's
Cobalt
not-
Harbor. Because the
Money is
Cobalt
never
Harbor
free.
is hard to get through without a
Men
pass.
do not have any money, so.
I was say we're going to go kill people? That's not really free money.
Kind of is.
It's, I mean, it's kind of free to us.
Depends
For
on the
us.
mood, you know.
Can I? I'm gonna put my plate.
And Garden might
You're not getting my food, though.
Okay,
You're very sweet, though.
so you guys make your way down to Dimshire. The path to Dimshire is not like the path that it was in the rest of the country. It is a paved road, like it's laid with stone, like smooth stones. There's like almost what looks like a curb along the sides, and like people walk along the sides, and then there are wagons that go through the middles.
Jim's here.
And it's actually like a rather quick journey down to Dimshire. So you guys get up to the gate of Dimshire, and your Rex kind of has to pull the wagon into like what looks like a check-in point, and from inside the wagon, you guys hear Rex and like a city guard talking. Basically, it's just along the lines of like, let me see your identification. How many people do you have here? What's your business here? You know. And after,
Got it.
huh?
I said so. They're just playing papers, please.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fun game.
So, and after a minute, you guys hear carry on, and the wagon starts to move forward again.
Cool. What?
Joking.
For
Okay,
legal purposes, that
I'm
was
really
a joke.
concerned about the minor. Drinking, drugs, carrot.
What kind of influence have we been?
I feel like she was this cool before she met us.
We're just dragging her down.
We're an anchor at the opposite direction.
I see.
Yeah, I'm like, we're a big downgrade, y'all.
So, after you guys get just past the city gates, there's a quick moment where you guys are rushed by guards.
Oh.
And they kind of surround the wagon, and in kind of like a formation, you guys hear shouting at the front, like, "Don't resist, we're taking you in!"
Sound like everything's okay,
Crap,
you
I
know?
know.
I feel like we should resist.
I mean, like, they were just like, come on in, and now they're rushing us? That's kind of mean. Like,
Why are they arresting?
The audacity.
Hey, how bad would it be if Butch jumped out and said no?
Best.
Bad.
Don't do
Yeah.
that, John.
There's like a total of 23 guards.
Hey, can I
That's
just?
23 guards?
Yeah, like
not lawyer, we'll hear from this.
We've got like a dozen people on the wagon.
Actually,
Your lawyer will hear from this.
there's like 10 on each side, one in the back, and then there's the guard captain and his assistant up front.
Isn't he the person who just told us we could come in?
No, that's
Okay.
that's the city guard at the
John, will you hand me
drawbridge
my
thing,
Wait,
or the
also,
gate.
They requested us to come to the
Which one?
city.
Uh-huh.
I'm confused.
So why are they arresting us?
I guess we shouldn't resist so that we find out why they're arresting us. Also, you need to roll for who's
Okay.
bringing the main dish.
Is Rex not as late?
We'll do it at the end of the
Hey.
session.
Butch is gonna step outside
Really
Uh-huh.
world-class criminal.
and he's gonna look
Is he a
pissed,
wild
right?
child?
And then
Uh-huh.
he's gonna see everyone and he's gonna go,
Figured it was a fair way to do it.
"What's going on?"
Butch, just hop back in the wagon. It's gonna be okay.
They said we could come in.
He did.
They
You
requested
just start
a
crying.
So
ridiculous.
I'll back up, but I won't get in the wagon.
that's fine.
My lawyer
As long as
was
you're-
hearing about
I say
this.
one of the guards is gonna stand
See,
next
that's
to you.
just stealing my jokes.
Like,
Like,
I thought it was you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Yeah, he's like
it's not this.
um
She stole the essence
5
of
foot
my joke.
nothing.
I'm just gonna look down. I'm gonna be like,
He
My
looks
God,
fairly
we're gonna
confident,
look
and he
at-
looks very young.
so he's a cocky son of a.
No, he's not cocky. He's just
She was
it's a facade confidence.
My father.
Okay.
Okay.
Potter.
So you guys are brought up to the city hall. The city hall actually has a prison in its basement.
Oh, frick that. I'm okay.
Okay.
So you guys are brought down into the basement, and the mayor is waiting there for you.
Okay.
Frick that, man.
Wait, we're brought
They're not
into
getting me
prison.
inside of them.
Yes.
Nope.
That does not seem like a very
Into the
smart place
prison.
to have a prison.
Why is the mayor
Yep.
waiting for us in the prison?
You're about to find out. Door. Careful. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Katie's dad has arrived, in case y'all are curious.
Hello.
Does he have
how are you?
strawberry?
That's me.
Sorry, John, you weren't here when we.
No, I told Hans I bought a.
He bought a
Hershey's
Hershey's pie at Burger King while we were there, so.
It was on $1.99.
Yeah.
Great. I was like, I'm not taking it.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Okay. So you guys get down to the prison, and the mayor's waiting there, and there's like a quick moment where he gathers you all together, and he's like, I'm sorry about the show there, but we needed to actually show that you were all actually being put in prison.
Wow.
As you were hopefully told, is that we've been dealing with bandits assaulting us from the Cobalt Harbor. I would like you all to infiltrate them and bring them down from the inside. As such, I'm throwing you all in jail because their favorite thing to do is break people out of jail.
Why didn't the people at the gate warn us that we were going to be arrested?
They were not informed. Only those who needed to know knew. These bandits are smart,
And what if we
clever.
killed your guards?
I want you to know, Butch, like, as soon as we started going down into the thing, just, like, has an iron grip on this dude's shoulder that right next to him, just, like...
Poor kid.
I know.
I'm guessing Rex knew.
No.
Until
Rex is just as surprised as...
Well, this seems like a terrible plan.
Only the people who needed to know knew.
Well, Rex
You don't
knew...
think we didn't need to know?
The people who were being arrested.
No, because it needed to look real.
Dude, if it hadn't been for Rex, Butch would have...
And so, yeah, I'm aware of what Butch would have done. I hope we can
Destroyed it.
clear up any other misunderstandings, but we needed this to look real. We've learned that the Cobalt Harbor is watching at almost all times, and that's why we're meeting in the prison itself rather than in the meeting hall in the main court.
Yeah, when
Well,
the
they're
was
small.
real, my feelings being crushed. So
I do apologize. I'm willing to give any sort of compensation for this misunderstanding and for any effort that you guys are willing to put in for us.
Give me another
$1 million.
enchant
No,
on
that's-
every single one of my buttons. Just kidding.
This ruins my image, my public image. So I need at least like 2,000 gold to like really pay back to the community so they understand I'm not their enemy.
I'm not a bad guy.
That is fine. We're even willing to put out local word about your heroism here.
Butch is gonna look at him and he's gonna be like,
Describe
like-
local.
I want someone to enchant both my battle axes. And then he's gonna just hand the guy over to him. Just pick up the guy and just like,
That can be done. Please put that guard down. He is a young
You can
lad.
keep that one. My
no,
mom
he was like
was
sitting
like-
down over there.
this
Oh,
one.
okay.
And he's
She
patting him
likes
on the back
full
like,
stomach
sorry bro.
burgers.
I thought that I was gonna have to use you.
Weird, I like it.
Hey, Hens.
Yeah.
So what do I need to do to start preparing to take that ring off of Katie's finger? And can they offer me something to help in that? Respect.
Yeah, do you want a chair?
You can ask the mayor about what you can do. If you're looking for something to help with taking off the ring, you can ask the mayor about maybe speaking to, I don't know, maybe wizards or very alchemists.
Very alchemist.
First, when you
So,
type, it's very loud.
Excuse me.
I am sorry.
Yes.
Are there
Again,
any
ASMR.
wizards or alchemists in the city?
There is one, but he is rather difficult to work with most days. His memory fails almost on the second.
Some alchemist.
You know, you had an opportunity to make him a fortune teller, and you didn't take it.
That's okay. You guys were supposed to run into Dijon at Zamor the second time, but I was like, we'll just.
We'll just not.
I didn't want to have to deal with him right then and there.
Anyway,
You will not be required to wait until in the prison cells themselves until later tonight. I would say if you will want to wear a disguise to go about for the next 3 hours, you are also welcome to do that. You just cannot let anybody know of your identity.
They have alter self.
You know, Rosh is not very good at that.
I've got this guy's self. I can just go.
You've got disguise up. I got all
Do you think
of
Butch would be smart enough to be like, I'm gonna try to find a way to like break out of these cells and like make a great first impression of these bandits? Just a massive half trask like breaking through.
Don't worry. You'll be okay. I'll say you guys are guaranteed going to get it.
There's a lot of people here.
Well, yeah, but I want to
Oh, Dad, this is
You'll be okay.
do
Don't
that
worry.
whole like
You've never met
Sure.
Karen.
scare the crap out of all the bandits.
Okay,
Nice to meet you.
so you guys do have the next little while to do stuff in the city. This is a very big city. It's a capital. There's tons of stuff. Shopping markets, all sorts of restaurants. There is the actual court that you guys are in is up here in this area. Can you guys see my cursor on stream?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so the actual place that you guys are in is this area. Down behind you. Is
Oh,
No, I'm not
I keep
cheating.
forgetting. I
You
keep
can't
forgetting
stream.
that.
well, right now I'm on the Twitch chat, so he's okay. So this is where the court, the prison, it's the city hall. And then you have most of your residentials are going to be everything up here. So this is all like homes and stuff. Everything on the south side is going to be your restaurants and marketplaces. This right here is actually just a like a park, like a
Like Central Park.
yeah, like a Central
my
Park.
God. I just realized using this spell, I can transform into like candy for like an hour.
Do it.
Fun that would be.
You should.
Let's go. You should do it.
I miss candy. Oh, but
Yes.
I'm not.
You're
No.
more than welcome to.
I
It's
can
a
do that.
one like 100 gold, right?
It's only for an
For
hour though.
level 2
So.
enchant.
But
This
they won't
garden
show
gets
it to
the
me.
urge to be
Starts.
You're just gonna do this.
Let me just.
be frugal.
No,
I don't know.
I thought that meant cheap.
I don't think frugal meant cheap.
Dad.
Wait, would I still have my level
But
1
the circle
enchant if I did
usually
level
be
2 enchant?
well, it's
On
associated
on top of
with
it,
me, but
yeah.
it usually just means
I say, but you have a very your current the axe you're thinking of already has like
You're very careful.
a couple enchants on it.
Means be
I was
careful
like-
with money.
It has like
Christy
a
did not read my
flux.
text.
It already it breaks the rules. It already breaks the
already
rules.
breaks.
Yeah.
So
Simple,
I can't
plain,
get
and constant.
more on it.
Okay, so not
Not until you upgrade what's
It
already.
made more
on it.
sense when I sent it.
So what do I need to upgrade it?
A minute ago, sure, but
What is on your axe right now?
Because he was like, this is a very big city.
oh, okay.
Is it
I'm totally gonna
So
do
I've
that.
got
Muriel wants to find seafood.
one does.
you definitely can.
You want cannibalism?
So I have fire aspect 1 and sharpness 1.
No.
And then
I'm
smite
sorry, what's
So you have fire aspect 1
and sharpness 1.
and sharpness 1,
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
extra
I've
is plus
tried
2
eating
fire, plus 3
seafood.
slash
What are
Are
they
you
supposed
and
to
you
eat?
and you have smite
Yeah,
1.
I'm
Is
like,
that
that's
smite
What am
one
I
on
supposed to eat though?
on the other
I'm
axe.
assuming
Oh, on your
Plus
other
five.
axe.
We're supposed to eat seafood.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
So in
yeah,
order to
Little
upgrade your
Mermaid's
sharpness
fish,
to the
but
next
we're still
level,
be friends with
you
them.
need a
Okay, Little Mermaid is
26
different than D&D.
to 50 gold piece.
And then
It's
what about
the same
fire
principle.
aspect?
Also, I'm
Same
pretty
thing.
Fire
sure,
aspect, I think, is the
I'm
same.
pretty sure Triton's
Oh, no.
amphibious.
Fire aspect, you will need a 51 to 75 gold piece.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
but
then
they
smite.
traditionally live in the sea, so they would more traditionally eat seafood.
Exactly. They'd eat
I'm
fish.
sorry, I assumed you were
Smite
vegan.
is
I'm not vegan. I just don't like beef
26
because,
to
you know,
50.
beef is land animal. and
So
that's gross.
can I ask him for 250 and 160,
But beef,
and then like,
What's wrong
and
with
then
beef?
ask like,
it's land animal.
Rex to go
That's
get
disgusting.
get them upgraded.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I
were
like
You
actually
probably
Because-
would have platypus.
To be
I was
honest,
gonna
Bush
throw
probably
hands.
can't go outside
That
because
would've
he's
been
way
interesting.
too
Yeah.
recognizable.
I feel like
So is Rex,
platypi
though.
are
We could ask Rasha to go or something.
different.
That's true.
So wait, does
So
this
So
mean
you will
that
have to
you,
communicate that with
capture
Russia.
Would he? But would
technically
he?
they're fish,
Would
you
the
know.
mayor give
Yes.
me 250s and a 60?
Technically
It might
they're
take him a while to
reactions of
procure
the
them, but
chug.
you can.
Do you think he
Actually-
should have
Eyes
time
of the
before the
judge.
bandits?
Actually, the rule is that you're not supposed
It's
to
cool
eat
if the
warm
answer's
blooded
no.
meat.
I say
I'm
there
just
might
trying
not
to-
be enough time
That's
to
the rule.
procure.
That's where
and
the
enchant.
So
eating fish is okay, but
I say, but you
No,
can
but I'm
get
saying
them
if you
and
ask
enchant them.
bars
somehow.
aren't.
no, but you guys
Okay,
asked
yeah,
like why
I'm gonna
fish
ask for
wasn't
that.
considered a meat,
Okay.
and it's because it's not a
Um,
warm blooded
Actually, wait.
meat.
If it's
Which is
if
what
it's
the
like a
distinction
75,
is.
is it a better enchant?
Okay, but
No.
So I'm answering your
It's-
question
it's a
from weeks
range.
ago because it finally
Okay.
came back
So
up naturally.
I'm just gonna say 250s and a 60, just because like
250s and 60.
those
Yeah.
are very close together, so
you
he's
gotta watch
probably
out for
would
those
get to those.
cold-blooded cats.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You know?
And then I'll talk to
They're
Rosh and be like, hey,
monsters.
if this comes in time, can you...
But they're so
I'm gonna
cute.
text Rosh.
Are those those little
Well, so
fuzzy
you can
things?
in person talk. It's okay.
The capybaras?
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Yeah,
with
they're
it,
just-
and I don't want to...
Yeah.
Wait,
the
what?
largest rodent.
Are those big ones?
Yeah.
Like the big
I'll
rat.
send you a
We
picture
saw
of
them
a
at the
capybara.
zoo.
That's what those are. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm thinking the right thing.
Okay.
Creature on Earth truly hates them.
You can't hate them. They're adorable.
The
They
capybara?
smell funny.
They do smell funny, but they're cute.
It's almost like they're animals or something crazy like that.
Combo doesn't smell funny.
Combo does.
Those
Combo
like a
smells
cat or
hilarious.
something.
Combo smells hilarious.
You guys were saying that they smell funny.
Okay, so
Um,
Muriel wants to find seafood. What would everybody else like to do?
Muriel is confirmed to not be vegan.
I need to rob somebody.
Hey,
Or a
Chris,
place, like a big business.
Need to or want to?
I need to.
I need to. I need a lot of money, and there's a big. As far as Rosh is aware, there's a big financial hurdle that she may have to cross in the nearish future. So she's just
Oh,
trying to get as
yeah.
much as she can right now.
I should have asked the mayor if he has like materials that are really pricey, like 1,000 gold pricey.
Or you guys can just ask for large sums of money from the mayor.
I mean, they are arresting us.
How much money?
Like I would say almost up to, but not a platinum.
Yeah, because
So you guys can ask for a fair amount of money here.
Isn't a platinum like 100 gold?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you guys can ask up to, but not actually a platinum.
99.9999 gold pieces.
okay.
Like
well,
he is willing to put a lot of stock in you guys.
all right.
But he's still going
It's
50,
just I
50,
want to help
60.
Chris out with the
Mhm.
Aurora thing. So
And Chris, did you get my text?
in order to do that, I need raw material.
Chris isn't good at
that's, like,
answering
worth
texts.
1,000
I know,
gold.
that's what
I did get your text, John. I actually don't know what you need from me. Do you need stones?
No, I'm getting stones from the mayor. I just was wondering if it's done in time, if we like get them in time for us to go get them enchanted, if you could go get it enchanted, because Butch can't go outside. He's way too recognizable. He's a 10-foot tall
Oh
half
yeah.
guy.
If we got the stuff for it, I could go handle that. That'd be fine.
Okay, so we'll see whenever you feel like
Okay.
they get it.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm so happy that that's
So-
happening now.
What is everybody doing? Muriel has gone looking for seafood.
Muriel's also gonna leave their battle axe or great axe. They're two different.
Leave your weapons.
Great axe. I kind of want to get them enchanted. So
You should. It's so nice.
I'm gonna talk to Butch about that because Butch actually has gotten stuff enchanted. And I'm pretty sure, aren't you planning on doing that?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
doing that.
wasn't that what you were just talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I'm just
getting
gonna like
fire aspect 2 sharpness.
give you my weapon and be like enchant
And I'm
it.
gonna
I don't care
I'm gonna
what
look
you
at
do
Hence
with
and I'm
it,
gonna
like,
say
enchant it.
Hence, please enchant it somehow.
Uh,
Put magic on this weapon.
What do you think? Would smite or sharpness be better?
for battle
For
axe?
yeah. No, great axe.
Sharpness.
Great
is
axe.
I have a
pretty
great axe.
universal.
Battle axes are different.
Circumstantial.
'Cause I know I have smite 1 on one of my battle axes, and then I have fire aspect 1 and sharpness 1 on
I mean,
my other one.
you could always give Muriel's weapon channeling.
What is this?
It does a D8 lightning damage.
What do you think?
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do channeling
I
1.
mean, what happens? What would happen?
You need a
What
1 to
What would
25
happen
gold
if
piece.
I used it underwater?
Yeah, like that's the problem.
So the magical effect is not lightning from the sky; it is lightning emanating from the axe.
Well, yes, but in water it'll just.
I was wrong. It is 2 minutes if it's a fluoride toothpaste.
It only is contact based.
Okay. So I don't have
So
to
water-
avoid it.
Water
Okay, well, that's
water
nice.
counts as air when you're fully immersed in it.
Oh, yeah.
What if you're
If
half
you
immersed?
strike the water with it, we'll leave
Then
some
I will
colorful
get-
interpretations.
Then I will die. And no reaction to the.
Okay, so
Like I said, he respects you guys.
Muriel is looking to
Get it
enchant,
enchanted. But she needs the stone.
but
from the
she
mayor
needs a
as well.
stone from the mare, which will take time. And there might not be enough time to enchant it right now, but you can get the stone and you can enchant it somewhere else.
Ooh,
Okay.
You know what?
Because that's
I'm
what
gonna
Butch
start-
might have to
I'm
do.
going to talk to you a little bit about like your great axe and be like, this is from Marcel.
Okay.
That's why I want to get enchanted. so that you can-
Garden, are you going anywhere?
No.
No? You're going to stay?
I will let you're right.
Ah, I see.
But Rasha handle Candy like helping him rob someplace?
No.
I don't know.
I think-
I'm
Rasha.
gonna,
Do it
I'm gonna
anyway.
keep Rug and grandson here with me.
Hey, Bug's
Yeah,
gonna
no,
Bug's gonna stay too. So
The goblins there.
yeah, Bug and Butch are gonna stay, and we're gonna keep practicing backflips.
Okay.
Because Rasha can just
We're just
disguise
gonna- we're gonna
herself
probably
like
spot
somebody
her a
else for an hour. And then just re-up that whenever she wants.
Should Muriel disguise himself in some way? Since he's a Triton.
Muriel did not reveal himself.
It's true.
Okay.
That's why Butch can't go anywhere because Butch
Butch revealed
revealed
himself.
himself,
Okay.
and he's very recognizable as a half
So
Taurus.
I guess I'll just hang out then.
Oh, you're
No, no,
with me.
Candy is more annoying
You're-
than Fez.
you're
No,
with-
I can
They're
go
no,
out
you
for
wanna-
her.
Yeah. So
I'll come.
you
I'll
and
bring
Butch
you.
are,
I'll bring you seafood.
no, you're not.
I'll
Butch is
bring you
there.
back seafood.
Butch is there. You're not babysitting.
What was that?
Just saying.
You are babysitting.
You're even more
You
babysitting.
voluntarily chose this.
I will let you right.
I.
So,
will bring you
Rasha,
back-
you're going where?
I think he would appreciate
Hey,
I
Karen,
need to go to the commercial.
According to my dad, you're
well,
right,
I'm
2
gonna ask
minutes,
the mayor for
but it
money.
has. That's if it has floor.
How much are you going to ask him for?
What if it doesn't?
Depending on his
You
response,
can go less.
I might go
But
to
the
the commercial
fluoride,
district.
it
to rob
needs-
its
It needs 2 minutes for it to become
Okay.
bioactive and more efficiently take
Yes,
up
you
the
do.
exposed layer.
I need
So technically, it's
a
2
lot
minutes
of
to
money,
become
as far as
bioactive,
I'm
so it
aware,
should be
because
like
Rasha
3 or
doesn't
4.
know
So I'm
how
doing
it's
really good.
done. So
All right.
No, as long
No.
after
I'm
like,
sure we
3
can
or
come
4
to some
minutes,
agreement.
You should like rinse all the toothpaste off because it's the abrasives in the toothpaste that's
what
getting your gums.
is the
So
maximum
then, if you
amount?
do that, my dad said that you can do it for like
Supply
hours
me
and it won't hurt you.
And what would I have to do
Can I ask
for
a question about his you?
such a
Yeah, because it's the
a
nylon bristles.
blessing?
Are not,
So to
yeah, you can ask a question. Just tell me before you.
Well,
No, split it.
why don't you give me an amount that you're looking for, and as long as you manage to take care of the Cobalt Harbors, I will pay it for you right now.
What if we don't?
So
Like,
here's
this
my
guy's
issue.
an idiot. You never paid completely upfront.
Well, he's not. We have to do it.
He's not paying up. Or at least not yet. I
gonna take him
don't know
time.
how much I need. I'm in an unusual circumstance. I have a feeling I need a lot of money, but
I
I
have
don't
to
really
be
know how
vague.
much.
I have to be vague, but
Eh,
2,965 and a half.
this is a out of character question. How commonly understood are wish spells to the populace?
Low, depending on who. I'd say average is low, but if you talk to anybody of a noble or higher, it goes to like an average understanding.
Okay. So, like,
So
the
measure.
mayor would know they exist. He might not necessarily know decent details.
He doesn't know how they work, but he knows they're a thing, and they knows what it does.
Alright. To my knowledge,
That's why it sounds so much different. It's glass
Mine.
in here.
one of my best bets may be something akin to a wish spell right now. So I don't know how much I need, and I don't know how. Again, I understand that you're trying to take care of your people, so I'm not going to ask the world of that. But if I have a chance to get a little extra money to pay for what I need to do, then so be it.
Of course. Well,
You can change it
I-
to sound like you.
might not personally possess enough for a
That
wish
sounds like-
spell. I can offer, say, 50,000 gold.
That's a good investment.
You
What do I
even
need to
Hence's
do for
sketch pad.
50,000 gold?
As long as you can take down the Cobalt Harbor, I will be completely satisfied.
I feel like this isn't gonna be very easy if he's, like, yeah, you can have 50,000 gold. Go ahead, check yourself out.
Want to do two things.
Okay.
I want to first roll an insight check to see how honest this guy is making.
Okay.
That's
He hasn't
real, man.
responded. I got another text.
Well, he did have us arrested,
That's fair.
and he's kind of going for a subterfuge style scenario, which I'm not entirely against, but I just want to make sure I'm not being played. That's a 16.
16 for insight?
He doesn't eat any of your salad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want it anyways.
He did
He's-
Hence's sketch pad though.
Yeah, I know.
Sure enough.
He's telling the truth. He is very much so. You can see there's an earnest look in his eye. Like, it's almost like there's pain hidden behind it. Like, there is an exterior motive for him being so forthcoming and so willing to dump all of his resources into you guys to take care of it.
So this is probably a stupid question. Where we're going, does it require a lot of... Would we be, like, in a water
I'm gonna-
environment?
Just chilling in there. Gonna go connect.
No. And so you guys will be in like a standard city kind of thing.
Well, if it's all right with you, sort of. This isn't meant to be a gesture of disrespect on your group, but more of a covering my ass for all this. Would you be willing to have a legal document written up saying that, provided that this is all handled, that you would be willing to supply such funds?
Of course.
Then I am all set. I have no further necessities. Thank you.
If you would like to follow me up to my office, I can write it up for you right now.
Of course.
I could totally imagine, like,
Russia
Beth
disappeared.
sitting in the corner.
Never
She's,
be
like,
seen.
making, like, these fairy lights for the little toddler.
Small child.
Is there anything you want to do, Fez? You do have the option that you can go out and do things if you want.
You have to disguise
Yeah.
yourself as candy and
I don't
steal
really,
things.
there's not really anything that I need.
Okay. That's fine.
Go on an old-fashioned heist with Russia.
So,
Yeah, I'm not stealing anything now.
Rasha's set.
I'll get 50,000 gold from this one town. That's far better than I bet Russia could steal right now.
Probably. Hey, baby. What is it?
I mean,
So-
Fez is kind of in the... Cause I
You...
guess if I were to go anywhere, I would need kind of, Garden to come with me. If I go to,
Because
like,
you're
the
not
out-
very socially literate.
On that topic, Fez, Lee is actually going to come up and just kind of like sit in your general area.
Mhm.
And he's kind of just observing you play with the children.
Fez is just playing with the other kids, you know.
One of them is an actual child.
Okay, so
One of them is a literal adult.
Rasha, you follow the mayor up to the office. As you guys walk through, like the court, the city hall, it is beautifully done. It is marble. It has like silver lining. It is absolutely a dump of money just was poured into this building.
Well, you know, if they ever need cash.
Yeah. So you guys get to the mayor's office, and he kind of gestures you to a seat, and he sits down at his big, like, giant, massive wooden desk.
Big, giant, massive.
Mhm.
Desk. Thank you very much.
Yep. And he starts writing for a little while, and it gives you time to observe the room. He has bookshelves lined with books, and there are photo frames, and you actually notice that a couple of these picture frames are put like down, or like facing down, and then amidst it all, there is a giant vault door on the wall.
So is he both the mayor and the treasurer?
Pretty much. There's like a quick moment where he finishes writing, and he's like, "All right, I'll say I've put my signature and personal seal on it." And he hands you a piece of paper.
Well, thank you very much.
You can put it in your character sheet as an imperial note worth 50,000.
He basically wrote you a check.
Yeah, pretty much. If you ever find yourself spending it all in one place, make sure you sign it at the bottom and put your own seal.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody would like to do?
Muriel is going to order the food and then bring it back. So they also got food for
Garden. Yeah. You find like a nice sushi house.
Yes.
It's like pristine.
Nice.
And there's a moment where the shopkeep kind of looks at you and realizes you're Trident. He's like,
Are you supposed to be eating this?
pretty much. And in such a daze, he takes your order and just gives you your food and forgets to have you buy it, and forgets to have you pay for it.
Cool. I'm not gonna acknowledge that. I'm just gonna walk away. But who cares?
Okay, so you get back. Rasha, are you doing anything else?
No, I am set. I'm gonna play nice. I'm just gonna go back to the wagon.
Oh, you're gonna go back down to the prison. The wagon is put somewhere else.
Wagon in. Oh, okay. Then I'm going back to the prison cell.
Okay.
The wagon is in the prison.
That's kind of what I thought, actually.
I didn't say it, but the wagon got like left somewhere, and then you guys went inside.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, we'll say that the 3 hours passes. You guys are loaded into prison cells.
Love that.
It is basically sunset, and like night is very rapidly approaching.
Okay.
And there's like a brief moment where everything is like silent and still, calm. And then there's, huh? That's so
But
mean.
like,
I'm sorry.
yes, somewhere, right?
Huh?
You don't just have like this toddler baby, you know, like with you.
He's actually it's
Where is the goblin children?
Grug is being kept with you.
Okay.
Bug is being kept with Butch. Rug and Rug's child are being kept with Garden and Rasha.
Okay. Rug and Rug's
I'll
child.
get the note still up.
Have we informed the goblins who don't speak common what is happening?
What's going on?
Because, you know, I feel like this would be very traumatic for a 3-year-old goblin.
Lee took the time to explain to all the goblins what was going on, and Rug explained to her child what is going on in her own Mother
'Cause I'm like,
Goblin
I
way.
feel like this is gonna be very traumatic for a 3-year-old goblin.
Yeah, I was like, I'm worried about the small
Mm.
but we also
That,
got
like-
the Minotaur, right?
Yeah, the Minotaur is there too. Lee told him as well.
Okay.
Our party is slowly growing.
Yup. Soon Hensley's already playing more characters.
And it's like, I'm so done. No more NPCs.
No more. You guys each have a child. You know?
Apparently this is something that I just do because I've done this with my other D&D group too, where it's like I have to push on the number of NPCs I can have the DM play until they tap out.
That's
And
okay.
then no more.
You guys will have a lot of hard encounters, and if you guys aren't careful, and just based on our friend group, we are very reckless people, there will be lots of opportunities where multiple NPCs will probably die. Or leave.
Lee?
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Rug's like, you know,
I have a
this
nice
is
fancy
not a
dress, I
place
can
for
speak
my
common
child.
now, I'll just leave.
Just like disappears. How brokenhearted would Garden and Brasha be though?
Extremely.
Big sad.
Anyways, it is
Our baby.
eerily silent.
Like, they literally just got their grandbaby. Like,
And then very slowly you guys hear murmurs and what eventually builds into shouting. From the top of the prison cells there are bars that like you guys can see outside, and you can
Breaking out.
see that it is light out. But not the nice bright blue sky, it is orange and flickering.
Ooh.
So they're coming to get us now, right?
yeah.
There's fire.
Avatar
Gotcha.
Rasha.
That's where we're at.
Fez is like, cool.
Should I put out the fire or hold off?
You can't really see the fire, you can just tell that there is fire.
But it's just gonna stand up and it's gonna start eyeing the door. Looking to kick it down.
Ultimately, if it gets too bad,
Do we
and,
have our
like,
weapons?
Rush is prepared to
I feel like that's a
open up
plot
the
hole
cell.
in our
Yeah.
rug and
being
everybody.
arrested.
Can we make
Well,
the weapons be like
You guys don't
nearby?
have your weapons on you. They are just on a shelf
Nearby.
in the area.
I'm telling you, if any of these people try to take either one of my battle axes, they're gonna die.
Don't worry. You're gonna be okay.
Can't take away any of my damn weapons. I don't got shit.
Yeah, well, Butch does. So.
Okay, John. Let's take it easy. Okay. So,
Like, I'm just tired. It's okay.
after a little while, you guys hear 3 shoot. Stop. Please. Okay. You guys hear 3 voices. They sound like
Only 3.
gibberish. But you can see all of the goblin children are like tuning in and listening.
The goblin children,
It's Goblin.
right? Just all
Yes.
of our goblins.
Yeah, all of the goblins. It is goblin.
Wait, so she understands.
So Fez,
Goblin.
you do. You basically hear what sound like 3 women talking to each other as just like general gossip. Like,
Fez is just like, no way. He wouldn't.
yeah, pretty much. You can see that Lee is over there and he's kind of like rubbing his temples. He's like, this is who's breaking us out of prison right now?
What?
You guys then see
These idiots.
you guys then see a trio of goblins come down the stairs. One of them is wielding a ball of fire in their hands and has a long red cape.
Fire sorcerer.
Well, good. We're going against
Is-
fire people. Fez will be so thrilled
Is she-
about that.
She's the one from the dungeon, isn't
No.
she?
You're kidding me.
Oh, I'm glad you picked that up so quickly.
Oh, Butch is gonna be so ticked.
So yes,
Shit.
this is the goblin sorceress that eluded you in the first dungeon.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Accompanied by the two other goblins you saw her run away with from the mountain.
I'm a little worried.
Now I'm.
I
Not
mean,
gonna
they'll
lie, I'm
probably
pretty ticked.
recognize Rex
They'll recognize
more
Rex.
than
Yeah, that's totally
They'll
gonna
definitely
be like,
recognize
are
me
you
too,
trying to break us out of prison?
because I used intimidation on her. So like, she probably.
Oh
remembers.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Rex let them
So
go.
there's a moment where they come down and they stop and they stare at all of you and they go, "How did you all end up here?"
Bez is just gonna. Oh well, we were told that we were gonna be hiding in the south because we were doing our business.
I don't speak goblin, so I can't take care of this. But I'm like, no.
They're speaking in common.
They are.
Yeah, they're speaking in common
Okay,
now when they say that.
Before Butch says anything,
What's the name
I
of the
just-
people we're supposed to take care of?
We're gonna
We're not taking
cover.
care of anybody.
We're not
right
taking
now.
care of anybody. We're criminals.
We're
Okay,
criminals.
I just rolled a
Yeah,
24 to
that's
kick down that door.
Oh,
I rolled a 24 to kick down the.
well, we were
Cell
told to
door.
arrest, like, take
Do I
down
do
this group.
No.
No.
No,
No.
Muriel's gonna
Do I
cover
come
your
close?
mouth. Except for I'm in a different cell, aren't I?
Would I need to roll a nat 20?
Can
in order to-
anyone cover Fez's mouth?
Can I at least rattle it pretty good?
in my cell?
Who's with
No.
Fez?
Fez is with Lee.
Lee.
And Lee, you see Lee very quickly cast the spell.
Okay.
And you guys hear Fez go silent.
She's still talking.
Yeah.
I imagine that.
Fez looks like she's talking, but is dead silent.
Okay. Like panic.
Well, in that case, it's a good thing that Butch is going to try to kick down the door, because then it's going to take a lot of the.
Butch hits the door, and the whole cage like rattles, but it still holds. One of the goblins.
Antagonize her.
No,
feel
I'm not
like
trying
they'd
to.
be
I'm trying
afraid
to
of
break out.
Yeah, but I feel like kicking at the door after you intimidated them earlier is gonna freak them out.
Yeah, like,
Maybe.
that's a good way to get set on fire.
So we committed war
We can put
crimes
out
against
fires.
this cap. The
That's true. You can put out fires.
And
So
I-
you guys then see one of the goblins say, "Easy, big boy," and then come up and unlock, like basically like click her fingers on the lock with something, and then the door opens.
All I can imagine is
You
your
then
voice
watch-
saying that now. That's like so funny.
You then watch as this goblin goes around to all of the cell doors and does the same thing to all of them.
Muriel's gonna come out and say thank
You're very
you.
welcome.
And also like.
Butch is going to immediately walk over
Also
to
try to,
Travis
like-
and be like,
Be friendly.
Okay.
Muriel's going to try to be friendly.
Well, I am proficient in charisma, so it's not something that I actually have used very much, but I'm gonna try and do it.
That's true.
He was explaining their
You know what?
plan in
But
a very
Butch is going to be
friendly
like, you know,
way.
Well, yeah,
I killed
except the
20
friendly
of
manner
the
is gonna like
guards
get
with
us
these two axes.
in trouble with
Wow,
the.
that's probably how you got it up here, huh?
Yeah, I just
Maybe.
got 50,000 gold.
Roll deception.
I appreciate not getting validated.
7.
You shit. She knows
But
it.
something good happened.
Oh, that's fair.
Let's see. What would it be?
She's going to go along with it. She's not gonna call you out for it.
Yeah.
She's going to be like,
Would it
uh-huh.
just be straight charisma?
Would that be persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
Okay. Let's see.
What would I have to have rolled for it to
19.
to be
Persuasion.
fun?
Much higher.
19.
19 total.
Yeah.
You're friendly.
Cool.
They are.
Let's go.
That's surprising.
I say they are not really continuing
Well,
to
look,
question.
Loki.
They're not really continuing to
That's
question
fair.
why you're there,
That's fair.
but they're more so just being friendly and are telling you guys to come with them.
Yeah. Why did I roll a
Surprised
7?
that they don't
And then
recognize Fez, because I mean, like, she killed most of the goblins in that
It
scene.
was
I rolled
the
a
heat
19
of battle.
next time.
They weren't really paying attention.
They recognize you guys.
Yeah, they recognize you dying. Because you do that in every battle.
Yeah, Rasha.
Or Rasha.
Well, I'm gonna go rush to get our gear.
Okay.
Hey, you'll meet
Not
me
the
over there.
children, but
So
your
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna check on Rug. Check on
grandchild.
little baby Grug or baby Grug.
Baby Grug.
Sorry.
Hug.
And
No.
then I'm gonna go get the
No.
gear.
Mug.
Mug.
Okay.
Fuck.
He's
So
getting
after you guys kind of get re-equipped,
Gotta give him.
there's a moment where the
a
goblin
nice reception.
sorceress goes,
So he can hug.
"Well, I guess since we're gonna be going back to Cobalt Harbor, I should introduce myself. I'm Maggie." And then she gestures to
No, Hence, please pick a better name.
God.
Also,
So
like,
hard.
you have the
Since
worst
Muriel
female
is
voice
trying-
I have
I'm
ever.
aware.
Feels
I'm
trying to
Maggie.
be friendly.
I was like-
That's the point.
I'm Maggie.
And then
Hi, Maggie.
she gestures to another goblin with blue hair and is kind of just like keeping to herself. This is Gabby, and the one who unlocked you all is Goss.
Okay.
Thank you,
I'm gonna be like,
guys.
what is her name?
But Gabby
Gabby?
doesn't get any love.
Gabby and Rasha are matching here.
Gabby's shy. She doesn't really like talking to people.
But we can't kill Gabby now.
Hence, please, let's just get this done with.
I'm trying. You guys gotta stop interrupting me. Okay. So they take you out. They lead you guys back to your wagon, which they know where it is before you guys get back to it.
Interesting.
And they load you guys on the wagon, and you guys take off towards the
Rex
south
is with us,
side.
right?
Yes, toward the south side, where you guys see a lot of the shops have been lit on fire, and there are guards who
Are
are.
they
Is the
currently
sushi
burning?
place on fire?
They're currently burning,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Okay. Not
I would say, and there are guards that are out that are like look like they're chasing people. There are guards that look like they're out helping people, but there are also people who very clearly look like thieves who are also helping people and are also like chasing guards who are
This is very confusing.
running in and doing
Have you ever seen
their
on
own
Pirates
bit
the
of
Caribbean?
thievery.
Yes.
It's
I'm
very Pirates of the
I'm gonna send you
Caribbean,
a text.
very Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah. The only good one.
Muriel is still trying to be friendly and being like,
Huh?
"Thank you
Tyler's
for breaking
correct.
us out. Is there anything that
The
we can
only
do
good
for you
one.
guys, like in return?"
No, we'll just
Should've
take
just
you
left
guys
it
down
at
to
that.
the
My mom
base and get you guys introduced.
Cool.
So
We're just being
you send me a text.
inducted.
Yeah.
Just in case this goes.
You
south,
have Karen's
Just
as well.
got some
I
things
have.
to
I'm holding.
say,
Yes, you
but
have Karen's as well.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
not
holding
gonna
on to your
say
Ruby for your thing.
We're friend
yeah.
or a family-friendly street.
We're being
You'll have
inducted.
to remind you though.
Okay.
Because I'm probably gonna forget.
You have my weapon.
Your Ruby, not your.
Oh, my ruby. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are rushed out of Dimshire, and
Out
you
of the
guys,
city?
yeah,
Oh,
out of the
shoot.
city, and you guys are rushed across what looks once again like that really nice paved road that only goes one way.
Okay.
And say the rest of it has been torn up and like like ripped up and destroyed. So it only goes one way now.
Okay.
So
Are we
you
going
guys
the
get
wrong way or
down the right way, technically. So you guys get down to the Cobalt Harbor, and it's actually a fairly like nice, like there's like a little bit of the hobo trash can fires that are just kind
Oh, my
of
people.
around, but like other than that, the buildings are nice. There are shops that look nice. It's not at all very thieves guildy.
Okay.
It looks
This
like
is
a
a-
city that's just run by somebody who happens to be a thief.
Okay.
Insert
Alright.
funny joke here.
What's your funny joke?
I was just gonna say like most cities, but
Oh,
That's
Funny
not
joke.
you're. I say you're not wrong.
it's not. It's not a joke.
Funny joke.
You got them, Joe.
So the Goblin Trio, Maggie, Gabby, and Goss, get you guys inside, and they bring you up to what is essentially the city hall. This building does look more run down. It looks like it was stormed at some point. The doors are like on its hinges and are hanging off. And you guys are brought up to a table where there is an elven lady sitting at the top, and she talks to the three goblins, and then she looks at you guys and says, "Well, can I get your names for my record?"
3 of us.
To all of you.
All of us.
And she goes, "My name is Rasha Gormal."
Okay. You see, like, there's a moment where she looks at you, and there's like a moment of like,
Oh crap!
yeah, that's who you are, and then like writes it down really quick.
I'm gonna come forward and say, my name is Muriel. I don't have a last name.
Okay.
It's right in this door. Do that.
My name is Muriel No Name.
Pass.
That is perfectly fine.
Butch is gonna look at them, and he's a stupid person. He's gonna say, "I'm the butcher."
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And she writes
I'm
that
gonna-
down.
I'm gonna cut him off after that. I'm like, no, it's just Butch.
Well, that's how he got his name.
Yeah, but we don't call you the Butcher. We call you Butch.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be scary, okay?
Doesn't
You
get
You're
don't have to
okay.
be scary.
This is an old lady. Leave her be.
My name
No,
is
she's fairly young.
Nazim,
Oh,
but
I thought she was an old lady.
No, she's elven.
She's an elven
Oh, I
young
thought you
lady.
said old elven. That's what.
She's an elven young lady, and she's gonna pass this stuff on to like big people in charge. So we gotta sound scary and like criminally.
Meh.
my name is
Business.
Maracas Bazin, but most people just call me Fez.
Can
Sombrero.
All
she
right.
speak? Can she speak again?
Yeah.
But she's gonna say
Lee
we call
cast
her Sombrero.
silence, and it's an AOE spell, so it
Okay.
only affected the area around Fez.
Okay.
But she's gonna say, actually, we call her Sombrero. About Fez.
Okay. And I say, you see, Lee and Rex also don't go up and give their names.
Which is adequate because
There is then
Lee's a
a
child.
there is then a moment where you guys from behind you hear a Rasha? Rasha,
Oh,
this voice
frick.
is very familiar.
No.
Fills you with
Oh,
both hate and relief.
Hate
Okay.
and love. Because we're Maggie.
She's a
Abby.
little furious now.
Oh no, is this the lover?
Is that really you, Rasha?
The person you robbed, ain't it?
Oh, I didn't rob this guy.
Oh, Chris genuinely looks like pissed off right now.
I'm trying to think of like how to do this.
How to respond.
I've had so many ideas for how this would go for a while now.
Spin
but
around
I'm
and
not
slap him.
Rosh has thought about worse.
I know, but do that. We're
She's
going with the whole Maggie.
She's gonna tighten a grip around the hilt of Aurora, and she's gonna slowly turn around and look
With crazy eyes.
to see if she recognizes the person.
The voice. So you turn around and you see your old squeeze, Lemire. His face is like half riddled with tears.
His face. The more you know.
I mean, yeah.
And he's kind of like a moment where he pauses and he's like, he does like a half run up to you and like is like reaching his hands out to you.
I'm gonna roll a wisdom check just for my own sake.
Okay.
Ooh, that's low.
I'm not wise.
This is Garden, and she's my
High
new
or low?
person.
High or low, peeps?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm gonna do low.
Cool. Rosh is gonna like let go of the sword and immediately go to punch him in the face.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. Did you get a natural 20?
No, I didn't. But
Oh.
it rolled higher than I actually expected.
The only
Damn.
time Russia actually hits.
It's a modified 20.
Oh shit.
Why is this
Man,
the only
I'm gonna
time you
roll
get hit?
to grab
This is
her
what
after she.
That's okay.
I
You're
should
okay.
do it. I should do it. Not do it. Right.
So
Guys in the background
there's like a
thinking
moment
we're
where
idiots,
you guys watch as he approaches and Rasha let go of his sword and just boom, just absolutely
Right into the
decks him.
jaw.
And there's like a moment where he recoils of it and then like runs up and embraces Rasha.
This is a dumbass.
Maybe
Bush is
he's
just
into
gonna, like-
it, you know? Like,
Maybe.
I never thought I'd see you again.
I had similar thoughts months ago.
That's exactly what Butch is thinking.
He kind of like lets you go.
Frat boy just,
He's like,
bruh.
"What are you guys doing? What are you doing here?"
You know what? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get a little. I think I give precedence in asking this. What are you doing?
That is a much longer story. If you guys want, you can follow me to my office and I'll explain it to you.
Office?
Sure, I'll go. They can come. That's fine.
I can
Let's
set him
go.
on fire if you want.
Oh no, I can set them on fire. It's fine.
Again,
But I
Avatar
can
Russia.
actually set him on
I
fire.
can. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the vote of confidence there, Tyler.
Hey, I can divide him in half from head to toe if you want.
This poor guy.
We'll have the RP moment before we charge
Cross
into
that
conflict.
bridge before when we get there, you know?
Yeah.
Before we do that, meaning we will.
Eventually. One day.
Okay. So you guys are kind of pulled into his office. There's no doors on his office. There is like
This is not this.
you can tell that like a great deal of effort has been made into cleaning, but it is not clean.
Okay.
He kind of then gestures you guys to a couple of chairs and book stacks that are just kind of around to sit on. He himself doesn't actually sit down. He kind of like leans against the broken table. Well, I guess I should start with a couple years ago. I had an old friend who stormed this building. He was tired of the way that this mayor was treating the people of this city and extorting them of all their money and basically using it on himself. And so this friend of mine stormed this building and took control of the city.
So he's Robin Hood.
Sort of.
On a more grand scale.
Yeah. However, he called me here to help him. He said that he couldn't do it alone. He lacked the leadership skills, and he knew that I possessed a lot of them.
Uh-huh.
So, after I got here, we were attacked by Dimshir. As a result, it has started this conflict where every other night we basically spend and take turns attacking each other, trying to get to the other's mare, basically. Like chess.
That doesn't seem good for either of your economies.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's not.
Can we just work this out, you know? Why can't we be friends?
So, out of character question.
Yes.
How long ago did we establish what happened?
We established that it was like 3 years ago?
3? Okay.
3, yeah.
Okay.
Ah, yes, it.
So this is why you just up and left.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know what happened until
Did he answer?
this friend of mine died,
It's okay. I'll send a
and I got stuck being mayor here.
No, it's okay.
Oh, we could just kill him and we're good.
Problem
Could
solved.
just kill him and we'd be good.
I mean, there's no doors on the office. This would not be a very good and secure place to kill him. That's my
but
argument.
I would be totally
Okay,
down.
Rasha,
to kill him.
here's the thing. Seduce him, then kill him.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you said Muriel, and I was very confused.
No, I've kind of gone through it, and I've established that if Rasha were to kill him like outright, she'd want to make a big like public fight out of it.
This is the best spot.
That's where it has to go.
So, do you even know what happens? Do you know what you left me in?
I don't. All I know is that you were thrown in jail.
Yeah, I was thrown in jail,
If I could have come and got you, I would have.
and
Just what I've always wanted.
Oh,
For a
well,
second, I thought you were actually
the
going to start
entire
doing
kingdom
that.
thinks that all of your
Very
crimes
concerned.
were done by me now. So I lost everything there.
Wait, that's just the plot sequence of the time.
Yeah, that is,
I have
isn't
not seen that.
it?
You see that there's a look of disbelief on his face. Like he did not know that that was a thing.
Anyway, I've got a fancy new lifestyle, being the thief that the world thinks I am. Cool.
Is that why you're like super famous?
I'm
for
sorry,
being a thief
Russia.
who can't steal for shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, see, I thought you were just bad at rolling.
I'm also bad at rolling.
And Brandon's over here.
He just made it into character plot.
I was gonna say, was this before or after you realized you're bad at rolling?
Yeah, I was like, this was probably after.
This was something I established from day one.
Day one, you started rolling bad.
Yeah,
Well,
so,
yeah.
you know.
Anyway.
Okay. Russia's gonna just walk out for now. She's just gonna like go walk out, like have a smoke or something. Just kind of like cool her head.
Trees,
So,
I've been.
okay. You guys watch as Lymir kind of like he jumps up to try and like stop Rasha, but he's like he stops himself and he kind of just lets her go. And then he kind of slumps himself back on the table and he goes, I don't want to be fighting a war. I'm not a war captain. I want this war to be over just as much as the other mayor.
So why don't you and the other mayor just talk?
He's not willing to listen.
I'm betting from his point of view, you're not willing to listen. This is typically how conflicts
This
go.
friend of mine was much more radical in his game of chess. And
Change the game.
I wish I could, but when you
Well,
take
said it's like
taking
playing
the
chess.
queen is kind of a personal hit.
Each player
Oh.
plays their own way.
It's kind of mean.
They killed his wife.
Who killed his wife?
The Lymir's
Friend.
the friend of Lymir was more radical, and he killed the other mayor's entire family.
Well, we
That
can
just sounds like a
you,
dick.
You know. Well, yeah, you're fucked. So
Guys, this mayor gave us so much money. We should just kill him.
What happened to Lymir's friends? Is that guy still around?
No, he was killed, and that's why Lymir is stuck here.
But okay, so we could kill him and just get our money and be gone.
For out of context,
I'm
Chris,
honestly pulling
out of
Bush out
context,
for this conversation just because that way Bush has this information.
out of context,
Okay.
this friend of Lymir's killed the mayor's family. The mayor retaliated by killing him, but he knew that it was coming, so he made Lymir the mayor and kind of made people follow Lymir. So when he died, there wasn't a power shift, a power struggle to cause a collapse.
So the reason why killing the mayor, the reason why killing Lymir wouldn't stop the conflict and take down the Cobalt. What is it?
Cobalt Harbor.
Couldn't we just ask the
is
mayor for the 50
A new
grand
mayor
and
would
then
be
to give people a
appointed.
chance to start somewhere else?
And then the conflict would just continue. Because then they would
I
be
don't
like,
think this is
well, the mayor killed our mayor, so we have to get him back. We have to get back on them and stuff. So just resolving the conflict altogether would fix it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
We just
Right
have to
now-
figure out how to resolve the conflict.
Right now, this conflict is a revenge cycle.
Yes.
And my point about Tyler's thing is that I don't think if we moved these people, it would change all that much. Just because, like, this isn't about land. This isn't about like territory anymore.
It's not.
This is for blood.
Yeah.
At this point.
It started as land and territory, but Lymir's friend turned it into blood.
Okay, well, what if we moved them someplace and then talked to the mayor?
I think what actually needs to happen is Cobalt Harbor is going to have to stop the revenge cycle where they get hit and then they don't reciprocate. They don't hit back.
Yeah, but that's not.
They need to stop giving out. Everybody needs to stop.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. So
Friends
how
of
do people
ours
go about it?
knows the mayor, is friends with the mayor. We can use him as a contact.
Who knows the mayor?
Rex knows the mayor.
Oh. Yeah, because he's a lord.
Who knows the mayor? We
Rex.
could use him as a point of contact.
I feel like we should not be telling the enemy mayor that we know a friend of the mayor. Except he did say that he doesn't want to do war. But
Yeah,
that
but
is
he
kind
literally
of
just
like
said
a...
he doesn't-
Lymir knew you guys were put in there falsely. He rescued you guys because he thought he could use you guys to help him end this conflict.
Cool.
What if we bring the two of you to a location,
A neutral spot.
settle grievances?
What if we bring them to a neutral location? We can run bodyguard stuff, and then they can have a fight to the death. And whoever wins just gets all the land.
Let's go with Tyler's solution. It's basically that without fighting to the death.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I think we need a nice fight
We
to
need-
the death.
I feel like we
I
should...
feel like blood needs to be
prevent-
settled by blood.
I feel like
There
them
mu-
meeting.
I feel like that will not solve anything.
What, the blood settled by blood?
Yes.
Well, it's
No,
like,
settling by blood won't settle anything. But if we can
But-
get the two of them
well, that's in today's
to talk,
society.
and then we could be using.
You know what I
We
mean?
could be
Back-
the modern.
This
Back
is
in
a
the-
reflection of today's society. It won't
Is this
solve
a
anything.
reflection of today's society, or is this a reflection of several hundred years ago?
And then
It's
if
kind of the same.
either side
think
decides
technology
to attack,
500
which
years
I'm
ago.
assuming the mayor
Settled
side
Did
is
not
going
settle-
to probably
Well, it was like
would
there'd be
attack.
blood feuds, and then it'd be like,
We
all
could
right,
stun them.
the outcome of this, we all commit. We will like.
Well, yeah, but you
Follow.
can't make a bunch of citizens agree to that.
I feel like that was a good plan, and no one heard it.
Say it.
I heard it, Tyler.
Yeah. Okay, so we take them to a neutral location. We work as a moderator, but in case either side decides to use this opportunity as an attack, we work as like crowd.
So, okay. I am on board with this plan.
Does
How
make
do we
sense.
get the mayor of Dimshire on this? And, on board? Or are we just kidnapping him and expecting him to cooperate?
Well, we
with
saw
us?
how well it worked on West Side Story. I'm just saying.
Because I feel like going over to
West
him and
Side
said, okay, so we didn't take down Cobalt Harbor, but we think that we can, stop your problems by having you talk to the other mayor. Even
That's the
though
best
he killed
charisma.
his friend, killed
Okay.
your
Out of your
entire
group?
family.
Well,
Solve all
we
your
tell him
problems.
Probably.
nicely, but then if that doesn't work, we
Rex.
grab him by the back of the neck and we drag
Rex
him.
out advantage and
You mean we have
persuasion.
Butch do that?
Yeah, I would do that.
Real quick,
I-
Rasha, where are you stepping? Outside of the city hall or just outside the room?
Well, if I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna step outside the building, I think.
Okay.
Some people
So-
suffer from asthma.
You get outside the building and you actually see
Asthma.
people coming to the city. Not just thieves, but regular people.
This is like a normal stop on the road now.
Sort of. I say it is still avoided because it is a thieves' den. But there are also just regular people coming through.
I mean, it's probably.
I say you get the impression, Rasha, that the Cobalt Harbor are not the aggressors anymore in this conflict.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we need to. Because I get a feeling like this guy, he's gonna come willingly with us. He's
Well,
like,
yeah.
Hey, we want to take you to a location. But it's the mayor, because he's obviously the one that's upset.
So,
Or like,
What's the mayor's name?
how do we
Ebon.
Ebon?
coerce
Okay, let's call
the
him Ebon,
mayor?
'cause we keep talking about
we
two
could
mayors.
use Rex as a
Well,
contact to get
They
him
call Limir
someplace.
Limir.
Well,
Maybe
yeah, but I
where-
feel like he's not just gonna bargain with Limir willingly.
Yeah, I
Even
know.
if we,
That's why we tell him nice. We ask him nicely, and then when he says no, we call Butch. And
Wait.
then
Literally, Butch would break through
Alright, this is
the
a
door,
complete non sequitur.
Okay.
Kind of non sequitur. Where is the 50,000 gold that he's promised me coming from? Is that coming from the treasury? Does it say on the note? Is it from his money or does it say from the town's?
it just says cash.
It doesn't actually specify it.
Okay.
We went through
Because
all
if
that
it's the
trouble.
town's money,
You can assume that it's the town's money.
if that's the town's money,
We gotta donate it to
certainly
charity
we
or
have to talk
something.
to some people before immediately going, here's half $100,000
Except he's
for a
kind of.
random thing.
I did describe this building as being money
Grand,
dumped
that's
on it.
for sure. But that's still a lot of money, and that's a lot of money that goes to the betterment of their people.
And that's why Cobalt Harbor was created.
I know.
Because he's
Thank you.
spending money on the other part, on anything but the betterment of the people.
My point
That's
being
it.
is I have a note that's evidence if there's other people, and if we need to get the mayor out of his position as mayor and get somebody else in charge of the town.
Yeah, but the thing is that if we do that, especially if we don't join the two sides, then it's just going to be another corrupt person.
Also, you can't really take the mayor out of office because it's a nobility rank.
So, Fez is going to tell him, Lemire, this plan.
Okay.
What if we could get the two of you someplace, just the two of you, and us acting as moderators to talk things through Because at this point, there's no point in bloodshed.
I agree.
Bloodshed isn't getting you
Logically
anywhere.
speaking, I mean.
I agree. The bloodshed is doing nothing for us anymore. It has actually gotten to the point of where I've told most of my people not to kill anyone. So
Most?
now they
A
only
location.
steal and will occasionally rescue people.
Is there a location near here
That can
you
be
would
a
feel
neutral
comfortable
zone.
enough on neutral territory, talking with the mayor?
There isn't really a point. There is the border point that is a neutral zone.
You mean no man's land?
Well, it's the point of where the Dimshire Highway turns into the road
Harbor.
to the Cobalt Harbor.
Tomorrow night, do you think you could be there waiting for us? We will bring the mayor of Dimshire with us.
I
And
can, yeah.
only the mayor of Dinshire. We'll mention that.
And I'll be by myself too. I just want this to end.
I can see that.
I don't know what insight real quick.
I might be paranoid, but I feel like at least one of us should stay and go with him just to make sure that he goes by himself.
That's
Okay,
why I'm
well,
rolling
which
insight.
is okay. It probably
19 plus
shouldn't be
3.
Rasha.
He wants to
Well-
end this no matter what the cost.
Okay.
So he won't like
Do you want
try to.
no? Because I
No,
have a
he's not
pretty
gonna
good
do
argument
No funny
for
business.
the mayor. Who
No.
feels comfortable enough staying here to protect the guy?
I can stay. I don't
To say
There.
to protect Limir?
Yeah.
and make sure that he
Well,
doesn't.
I just rolled an
bring
insight check, so I feel very comfortable.
Well, if he's
staying
wait,
here. But they
we're
might
just
need
trying
me
to
to
have
pull
somebody
it
there to
through.
make sure he doesn't bring anyone. I mean, Rush has got like loose control over him. So
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you also
you
have
guys
an
also
okay
have that
relationship
history.
with the. Well, you also have that history, and you also have an okay relationship with the mayor that we're trying to coerce to come with, come talk.
So does
Who
Rex, though.
won't want to?
Yeah, so does Rex. Are you guys gonna
Rex probably has a better like relationship.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
are you
we
guys
could
gonna use me
leave
to pull
Rasha
the mayor?
here.
Am I gonna be needed to pull the mayor? Like grab
Yeah.
the mayor?
Yeah,
Potentially.
I feel like
Okay,
you
so I
should.
shouldn't stay with
No.
Limir.
Yeah.
I can
No.
stay. Do you want to stay? Okay, me and Garden
Good.
will stay in Cobalt Harbor. And
And then
the babies.
put
with
Rasha
the babies,
Bug is going
Grug
with
can
me.
do whatever he wants.
Rug
I
is
don't
going with you?
Bug.
Bug.
I say
Bug.
Grug will stick with
Bug
you.
is Bug is just always by me. He's almost
Yeah.
like my find familiar
Pretty much.
now.
Only you can't summon him, and if he dies, he's dead.
Really?
Oh yeah, I know. Bug doesn't
Yeah,
isn't gonna go
so
until it's fine.
Okay.
Butch,
So-
Rasha, and
I imagine
I
Bug
couldn't
is just like
remember my
riding on my
character's
shoulder
name.
most of the time.
we'll go to we'll go back to Dimshire.
Rex and Lee are gonna go with you guys.
Forgot about that one.
Okay.
No, it's all good. I kind of figured. I
Okay.
wanted to say anything.
So the 5 of you head back up to
You almost asked the question. I saw in your eyes. You're like. Did you just
to
pull those
Dimshire,
guys?
and
I was wondering why they were bags of it.
there to stretch it. So you guys get back up to Dimshire, and you see that the mayor is basically preparing a battalion for combat.
Why?
Oh heck no! Wait, you're not here, are you?
I'm not.
And he sees you guys and he says, "Did you take care of it? Was it that gruesome of a battle?"
Right, and then it
We have
I'm
come
sorry, say
to
that
an
one more time.
arrangement with
It was
Dimshire that we need to discuss with you.
In private.
Not Dimshire, the
we need to
Cobalt.
discuss the arrangement in private. If we say we need to discuss it in private, it's gonna alert suspicion.
Yeah, we don't need to stay in private. We just need to discuss it with you.
Let's head to my office so we can chat. Okay, so you guys followed inside. You guys head into the office, and he gestures you guys to seats, and he takes the seats himself, and he says,
Butch isn't gonna sit down. He's gonna stand there in front of the door.
"So did you kill him?
No,
No.
we talked with him.
You talked with that barbarian? I'm surprised he can talk."
He can speak quite eloquently.
You and I must be talking about very different people.
Butch is
It's
gonna
funny
just
how
give a
people-
snort of laughter when she says very eloquently. Butch is just gonna be like, wait, where's Minnie?
Probably.
In the
He's
wagon.
probably standing by the door like,
Minnie is in the wagon.
Yeah, but Butch is standing in front of the door.
That brute. He wouldn't know what eloquent speech is if it hit him in the face.
Elegant.
Eloquent speech is if it hits him in the face. Obviously, you don't either. Just
No.
you would be surprised. It's funny how a person's perception of someone can blind them from their true character. We understand that there is a history between you and the former mayor of the Cobalt Harbor.
Former?
Yeah, there's a different guy in charge right now. It's not the same guy that killed your wife.
You guys see that there's a moment where he sits back. When did that occur?
Right before you killed him. I didn't say that because I'm not there.
He said it was like a year ago, right?
It would actually be almost 2.5 years ago, yeah.
And
It's been a different guy ever since.
from what we can tell, he seems quite nice. In fact, he has told us that he even tells his people not to attack,
Not to kill.
not to kill,
They're in Dimshire. They just don't kill.
not to kill. Seems all he wants is bloodshed to be over with, which is why we came to a sort of agreement. We were hoping the two bears would meet,
But did you
come to
There
some
must be, like, a
type
way
of
to reset the counter.
understanding between the territories.
reset the counter? Does the water just
You guys watch as the mayor, he kind of sits back in his big leather chair, and there's a moment where he's like,
they didn't do? So the filters work. I just have to
I'll be willing to meet with him.
It would have to be alone, of course.
As long as you all are
With
accompanying,
as moderators.
I think I will be
Yeah.
okay.
We as moderators.
There will be no funny business.
It would be on the border.
Of course.
He will stay on his side, you get to be on your side. And we will accompany the peace talks. So
But just gonna stand in the middle.
When is this taking place?
Right now.
Tomorrow night.
we said tomorrow night to him when we left. So however long it's been.
Tonight.
It would still be. You guys managed to, because it was nightfall when you guys left. It's basically morning now, so it is still tomorrow
So
night.
tonight then.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Why the urgency of tonight?
So we
And
got
the
places to
bloodshed?
be, bro.
Well, I
Stop.
figured you would want to stop the killing as quickly as possible. Would you not?
I do.
The amount of staff. in
But would
that.
you trust a thief who killed your family? No matter if they were friend or the person themselves? He's his friend, isn't he?
I see this path that you are taking, selling your soul to darkness because you believe it'll help. But as someone with no soul, I can tell you, it's not worth it.
If I may interject.
That was an
probably like-
awesome speech, man.
That was an awesome speech.
That was.
But
Quotes.
just
This one bit for a while.
No, go ahead.
Thank you, John. Sorry. If I may interject, I hate this man. The man that you're going to go see is god awful, but he's not the kind of person to kill entire families. And look,
I can tell it's a painful topic. I can tell it's a painful topic for you.
yes,
I will take your word.
if we could have him gone, that would be amazing. But that just isn't practical for the scenario. And if we kill him, then all of those citizens are going to uprise, and you're going to have more people that you're going to have to kill, more families that will have to pass. If we just cut it off now, before anyone else gets hurt, reparations can be made. And for one moment of time, a semblance of peace can occur. That's all.
Tap, tap, tap. Good job.
All right.
So, I could just man, if Minnie could, if someone would be crying in the background. It was beautiful.
If we must meet tonight, then let us make
Well,
haste.
when else would you meet? Like,
Butch,
are you gonna stall?
You know?
Butch just gonna like kind of lean forward a little bit and be like, just remember, you can't bring your battalion with you.
I won't.
I mean, you guys are going with him to make sure that he doesn't, so.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but let's be honest. If it's a battalion against a couple of us, like the battalion would probably win.
Yeah.
So like,
me of very little faith.
We've got Avatar Rasha here who can earthbend now.
Avatar
I'm
Rasha,
definitely
who's
a fire
always
bender.
ended up almost dying every single fight we've been
Yes,
Avatar
but I haven't
Rasha,
been
who's
able to
kinda
earthbend our fights.
in.
That's
Didn't you
true.
earthbend in the last fight?
No,
I think you did.
You saved Bug.
Yeah.
I did earthbend.
Yeah, and you still
To
like.
be fair, you killed yourself first.
That was a
But I had to
completely different
save
matter.
Again,
Proving
that's
our
like
point, Chris.
3 times I have to
Anyway,
keep track.
all I'm saying is that the terrain can be modified now on a grander scale, and maybe we can use that to our advantage, like we haven't been, like I haven't been using to our advantage.
That's very true.
That's fair.
Avatar
Okay.
Rasha.
So, you guys start making your way to the meeting point, and you guys get there. The other half of your party is there with Lymir,
Love that.
and there's like an awkward moment where everybody kind of meets, and it's just silent.
Ayo!
Hey, you
This
guys.
terrain, we should get together like this more often.
Now it just says, "What's your name?" Ezekiel.
What's your name?
Tommy.
No. What's your
It's-
name?
The other way around.
Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel!
You guys, as the awkward silence persists, you see Lymir. He kind of stretches for. He kind of reaches forward for like a handshake, and he says, "I hope we can come to an agreement."
I'm just gonna be like, Butch is gonna be standing on the side.
And there's like a moment where the mayor kind of like looks at him and then relaxes, and he says, As do I. And kind of shakes his hand.
What's your name?
Can I do an insight check now?
Mhm.
Okay. So that's his 19.
Okay, we're doing the meeting
Both
now.
of them have something on them.
Something on their mind,
Mhm.
but I don't know what. Like not
You
like
okay?
good or bad. I don't know good or bad.
Okay. Anyways,
So I don't know good or bad. Just that there's something on their mind.
Yeah.
Interesting. Butch is gonna be very wary, and he's gonna like look over at Muriel and be like,
Muriel's gonna be like, "How about we start with introductions?"
that's fair.
Given that neither of the mayors have actually met each other before,
right? It's actually
like the mayor of Dimshire didn't know that there was a new mayor.
But that is a bad fact,
Cobalt Harbor. So like
For like
introductions.
2.5 years.
Lamir kind of nods and he goes, "My name's Lamir Bronson. I took over after Gerald died." And the mayor kind of looks and he says, "Mayor Bon, I had no idea he died."
Thank goodness he did though. Just
Pretty much.
That son of a...
that son of a.
You then watch as Lamir he kind of just like gestures to the floor and he's like, "What can we do to stop the fighting?"
He can. Butch is gonna be like, because Butch knows that there's something.
Mary Bond kind of looks at him
Muriel's watching.
Good.
and he
I think
says,
we're all
We could do it.
watching.
We're all
That's the point.
the point of us is making sure that neither of them die tonight.
"Yes."
Mhm. That's
Well,
why we're all
Butch's
because we got
purpose is,
eyes
if I have to, I'll kill them both.
Yeah. Anyways.
I don't think that'll stop it.
There's a moment where the two of them look at each other, and the mayor kind of he stops for a moment and he says, "I honestly don't know anymore." You then watch as Lamir kind of looks around and he says, "Will one life suffice, or should countless others die as well?" You kind of, there's like a weird tension, and Mary Bond kind of looks at him.
Mary Yvonne.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because they're both mayors, and so
Right.
kind of looks at him and he says, "And whose life would be the one?" And Lamir
The two cities.
looks at him dead in the eyes and he says, "Let it be my own if it has to be."
But the person who did the killy is dead.
Who did the killy is
The person who did
If
the
he wants to
stabby
die,
is
let
dead.
just
Like,
let
Stab
that
him.
happen. You know?
Stab him.
But the whole point of this
The
thing
point is to not die.
So,
Yeah, literally.
hey, Tyler, it's fine.
Okay, however,
I get it.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Tyler, it's
How
fine.
would your death keep the people of your city from getting revenge for you?
I have already appointed for somebody to take my place should I die. Gerald,
That would defeat the purpose, would it not?
if it stops the fighting, then no.
And the bloodshed.
If all it takes is one more, I'm willing to do it.
Logically
If
speaking,
that's all it takes, that's what he's saying. It's not necessarily saying, "Oh, let's just kill me and be over with."
Yeah.
logically speaking, the man that the mayor of Dimshire
Once
has
dead
personal problems with
is dead.
is already dead, thereby making his revenge complete. So, what's the point for one more person to die?
And if you say it'll be satisfying, shush.
Shush.
You watch as Mary Bond looks at you, Fez, and he says, "I would have to agree."
Yeah, so this guy's over here like, no, you can kill me. Go on, kill me. And Fez is like, you idiot.
Fez, why'd you have to talk him out?
How dare I use logic? You
Is
know?
everything okay?
Yeah.
What should the timer score?
Engine of the truck.
Oh.
And now I'm
Uh,
derailed. Doodle-doodle-doodle. Where am I? What was I doing?
we decided not to kill Limir.
Yeah, it's like, why would we kill him?
Yes.
Mary
Okay.
Yvonne was like, I agree.
Mary
with you,
Bond
Sombrero.
looks back at Limir and he says, if you would invite me to your office to sign some sort of peace contract that we can draw up, I'd be more than happy to sign it.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, that's a good
Limir?
thing. It's legal
That is a
documentation.
good thing.
No,
Yeah.
what I don't like is that we're going to someone's office.
Well,
to
yeah,
do it.
but Limir's office.
That's where
Limir's
the
the one who
paper
wants to
is.
stop things, and also you have
There's
to
no,
do-
there's
There's
no,
no
where,
paper.
there's no place to make
There's
a
no
legal
paper on the
document
road.
here, John.
They're not gonna take a piece of paper, lay it on the pavement, and
He's
write
he's
in
showing
crayon a legal
he's
document.
showing good faith by saying,
None
let's
of
do it
us
at
are
your capital.
notarized.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
to be
you
fair,
know what I
John,
mean?
we're also gonna make, like, a perimeter around them to
that's
make sure
fair.
that nothing happens on either end.
That's
The
fair.
observers, the legal
Hey,
observers.
who out of all of us is like the best with like documents and like that?
Rex.
Rex?
Actually, maybe garden.
Is it Rex or Garden?
Legal
That would
things?
be there for documents.
Yeah.
Intelligence.
It's me then.
Yeah, I only got
Because
one.
we should definitely
The soulless person.
we should have someone there that's like reads through everything before either one party signs it, so that they can be like, actually, this leaves you open to do this, and that's not good.
Okay.
So that should be
Understands
Fez.
logic more than
This is
anything
a
else.
peace treaty.
Yeah.
Like, because she doesn't have emotion. Also, it's a +4 intelligence.
Okay. So Limir kind of nods and gestures for the two of them to head towards the Cobalt Harbor.
When he says calculus, he means calcium.
It's like,
Jeez.
obviously, Butch should be shy, like, drawing up the documents.
No, Butch
Obviously.
Is the
For
person,
sure.
Butch is the person that's going to be standing there, just like resting his arm on one of his battle axes.
Let's say
But
Mayor
which is definitely the
Ibon
most
and
common.
Limir themselves are going to be working on the document together.
Mhm.
But with someone like watching over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Do you understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
Or
I
trying
am
to
a
think about
smart
when the last
girl.
time was.
So you guys head back to Limir's
Yeah.
office.
You can always go to him. He's
I
like,
just got pain issues.
No, it's fine.
I'd like to do one thing, just so I'm not really there,
Feedback to
because Russia doesn't want to go back necessarily.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take the time while they're working on that to take, the kind of site where the peace deal was happening.
Yeah.
I'd like to earthbend and make like a small memorial, like a sort of like a space where it has like carved in stone, like this is where the peace talks happen, blah 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 blah. It's something to like a memorial.
this memorial has been
that's fine.
created to
Meanwhile,
memorial.
Muriel's gonna go get more sushi.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Butch
Okay.
From Dimshire, you're not going to go back to Cobalt Harbor?
Is there a sushi
Go
place
back
in
to the
Cobalt Harbor?
get some sushi and then go back.
No,
There's
not really.
only so
Okay,
many
then not.
They have fish markets, but they don't have like sushi.
Hmm.
Butch is gonna
You
like
know how to make sushi.
walk in between both
I mean, I
mayors,
feel like
just continue to make sure there's no
sometimes
funny
it's in the
business
sketchy
because he
part,
finally
like,
found
it's
something that like he's good at, just the big old
Being
Like-
the roadblock.
being the roadblock that can literally just like into
I mean,
both
just
parties.
because it's fancy doesn't necessarily.
And he's feeling
mean,
important right now, so
I'm gonna try the seafood in Cobalt Harbor.
oh wait,
So you guys
Before
get
you
back
leave,
to the
Butch is
Cobalt
gonna be like-
Harbor
No, I'm
in
staying
the
Cobalt
office.
Harbor. I'm just
Fez,
going to get
you're
seafood.
watching
Wait,
more
we're going to-
implicitly, right?
We're in Cobalt
Go
Harbor.
ahead
The
and
police
roll
station
me
is
an insight check.
right, okay. Well, I'm still gonna give you
cool.
This
I have a
is
ruby now.
12 plus
150 gold. And that should be enough for level 1 channeling and enchant.
16.
16? Okay. So you and Rex are both kind of watching over. Rex is able to point out a couple of
Where it's like, yeah, my dad
grammatical
was like,
things
"I'm like,
that help it make
I was
more
like,
sense.
"Oh," and he was just
You're
like,
able to
"Yes, you
point
did."
out punctual
That's a
and
nice thing.
spelling things to make sure it looks official. And the four of you,
I'm not sure. I'll keep looking.
managed to forge a. See ya.
Bye.
Managed to forge a extremely legitimate and well written document.
Okay. Another job well done.
Let's say the Lymir has his own stamp that he puts on it,
Why are we
and
an actual, like, morally good D&D party?
Yeah, why
Doesn't
can't we be
happen often.
chaotic, like neutral films?
you guys could have. Had
Yeah,
you
let's
guys
go
just
with
killed
more-
Lymir and then gone back, you guys definitely could have just been done with it.
Yeah.
Why
They're like,
don't we-
nah.
That's kind of what I was expecting to happen, but then it just didn't, so I was like, that's okay.
Yeah, let's kill the poor people. That's what the world needs.
We could have killed them both.
Did I ever tell you
That's
about
true, you could have done that
We could
too.
have orchestrated the meeting and then just stabbed them both,
blood?
but we didn't, so here we are.
That kind of thing? He's like, that's normal. That's
We're
I
being
mean,
like the
aside
ones
from
in a blue
leaving
moon.
Rasha
doing-
in jail. It seems like he
neither am I.
wants
It's
to do
like-
it for the best. So
I've never had any of these sort of.
But from this point on, Cobalt Harbor is no longer a thieves' den and is now a recognized city.
look at that.
Fez,
Congratulations!
your signature is also on this document as a witness, as well as Rex.
You're a part of history. Congratulations.
Would make Ben so happy.
Butch is a little bit sad he.
Hmm?
Butch is a little bit sad he didn't pay attention.
Butch witnessed it too, didn't he?
Butch was literally like standing right there. But
I said Butch was standing there, but Butch didn't
yeah,
Was
Butch
it
was
paying attention?
proofread it.
yeah, Butch did
Can't
not
read.
proofread it. No, Butch can read. Butch can read. It's just he can read at like a very basic level. Okay.
And you guys,
Read it, kindergarten.
M-O-O-N.
you can travel back to Dimshire to watch them do the same process. Or you guys travel back to Dimshire and you guys do the same process in the Dimshire capital.
Okay.
Only in this one, Dimshire promises to make retribution for the damage that they've caused
Go straight.
to
Cobalt Harbor.
Cobalt Harbor.
I feel like that's awkward because
Sounds
Cobalt
lazy.
Harbor was burning Dimshire down when they're leaving. But
And so
I'm not
you
gonna
guys,
point that out. 'Cause
Only on the bottom.
I'm
as you
not
guys look
here.
around, most of these buildings are already rebuilt.
Okay.
Only on the bottom.
And their burn marks
Says
are
he doesn't
minimal.
have much in- he
Um,
doesn't.
how did the seafood
But I promise
compare?
I mean, you see
It's
it.
not as fancy,
I'm just
Okay.
trying to make sure my brain is going.
and
pretty
it's
slow right
not as gourmet, but it hits the spot.
It's more fresh because it's
Yeah.
right next to
Like,
it.
It's like
that's
right
what
there.
You want. You don't want fancy.
It's because
you
I
don't
used
want
to
gourmet. You
obsessively
want
brush
something
the
that
singular
feels
tooth.
like
I feel like the people who are selling
You're like,
the fish,
It's
the
slightly
whole,
different color.
the people who are selling the sushi
did you feel
need
like
to
it was
like
slightly different color?
come together.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the sushi from Dimshire actually comes from the ports of Zamor.
Works to me.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I feel like Cobalt Harbor would be closer.
Or I'm
Yes.
just even thinking about just giving him your number.
Just be like,
They don't
contact
get-
these people. Make your
They
sushi
don't
better.
get well,
Make your sushi better.
Okay.
Not that it's bad, but it'll make it better.
After you guys are done,
Wait, we're gonna,
there's kind of like a moment where Rex kind of gathers everybody together and he says, well, now that that's taken care of, we still got to find the second piece.
before we go,
Or
I would
the
like to-
the third piece, technically, I guess.
I'd like to enchant my battle axes first.
Yeah. You guys will be able to do all of that right now as well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Enchanting things.
Yay.
Which
Hey,
means I don't have this
Guard,
anymore.
can I steal you to go look at go to the alchemist?
Now that we don't have to disguise ourselves.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh,
Sorry.
already texted me back.
Katie has left the building.
I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I had a stressful day. I don't know what you want.
It was only
As
stressful
you
because
guys,
made it
as
stressful yourself.
Fez,
No,
as
but
you
I'm
and
starting
Garden
to,
start to leave,
Stress about it
Lee
again.
is gonna come with you guys.
Probably because of the caffeine.
Alright.
Just embarrassed.
So I'm gonna follow all the way through on that one. You guys get the three of you get to the alchemist. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
What was the problem with her ring again? It was not the ring, not that
There's
she
a
was
stone.
the stone something.
It was
Yeah.
corrupted or something.
You
like
look
that.
so embarrassed.
It's a corrupt enchantment. It's a cursed
That's
item.
funny.
My
Okay.
It's like-
was yelled at me.
It's like a curse of
Brushing my teeth
binding.
too much.
Curse of binding.
Curse of
It's okay.
binding
Don't worry. My dad
from
doesn't.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Really
Yeah.
hard and
Don't
then I
expose
know
me,
it's
Karen. Okay?
Yeah.
The
My dad doesn't
enchantment
know.
that's
He
on
I'm
the
yelled at
ring
me
exposing
is
one
supposed
time.
to be a good
And that was
thing,
when I said something horrible.
but then they put
Horrible.
something on top of that to
So,
make
like,
it
They
bad.
put a bad
He wouldn't yell at you. He'd just be
Yeah,
like,
Yes.
bad stone, but I can't
probably
remember
not
the
the
name
best
of the stone.
idea. Like, probably exactly like that. To be like,
It is.
probably
Was it
not
the
the
dark
best
stone?
idea.
It is a dark stone.
He's very good at facilitating good
Okay, so
things.
Fez is going to go up to the counter
Not at you,
and
John.
be like,
Oh,
hello.
okay.
I
I was
was
like,
wondering if you would be a
How am I
good
racist?
assistant
It's
in
like
this
we're
particular
talking
problem
about
of
teeth.
ours. My skill level is
I'm
adequate,
sorry.
I would
I don't
say,
want my
but
teeth to be.
we need a little help.
What are you three hooligans doing? There's a moment you guys watch as this old like crippled man comes out and he says,
A typical.
"Huh? You need help with a what?
That was so bad.
Is he stupid?
Are you familiar with Darkstone?
A dark stone? I know what a dark stone is. What do you need a dark stone for?"
We need
One
it
type.
to
We
be
don't
gone.
need a Darkstone, but we
No,
need
he-
help
he, like-
removing the Darkstone from an item.
Well, what are you removing a dark stone from?
My finger.
What do you need a ring for?
Oh,
So it's gonna be one of these people. You know, does Fez know what
Yeah, I had a problem
ingredients she
bleeding as
needs?
well.
Can we just like
And
grab
it
them
just
and
took like a
go?
little bit where it was like it'll bleed.
There's
for
a
the first
moment
little
where
bit,
Lee steps
but just,
forward and
like,
he says,
consistently did it,
"Sir, we need to
said, like,
remove a dark stone from a
and
cursed
consistently
ring.
did
Can
it
you
not
do
for a
that?"
long time.
And the old man looks at him and goes, "I can remove a dark stone from a cursed item. Can I see the cursed item?"
Garden, this would be when you walk up.
He's gonna.
She goes,
Let's say the alchemist kind of like takes her hand and is like twisting it around and is like looking at the ring and is like, "That's a pretty ring."
I'm gonna say,
Lee kind of leans back in and he says, "There's a dark stone in it. Can you remove it?"
I feel like Lee has worked with old people.
One second.
I know. I kind of felt like
You
I
can-
was the mom at
Thank
the
you.
fast food restaurant trying to
Yes,
order quickly, and then Lee was the teenager who's like, "She wants the number 4."
There's a moment where he goes, I mean, I don't really think I can take
"Oh, it's
the
very great.
dark stone off unless I can take the hand off. Can I take your hand off?
No!
Oh,
One day
well,
you're definitely gonna just be like, and you're just
you'll
gonna
need to
destroy
shout.
it.
If I actually hit. Because
That's true.
for some reason I can't hit things right now.
and I've got a 20 AC too.
So what can I help y'all with?
20 AC rolls with nat one.
so it looks like not much.
I thought we established that when we entered the city that
Yeah,
There was
is
only
there
one who
anything
had-
around here that we could get that can help us with our predicament? Like, can I roll like a perception check or something?
You can roll a perception check.
Okay, so I forget how high Oh, I got good perception. So is a 22 going to do anything?
22 will reveal that on the back shelf he has a row of books. One of them says purifying dark stones.
Dark stones for dummies. Okay. Buzz is going to go over and pick up the book.
And seal.
It's behind a counter. So yeah.
Well, she's going to be. Actually, could you grab that book for me?
Which book?
That one, the one that's standing out to me.
Lee kind of leans in
Dark
and he's like,
stones for dummies.
"Will you grab the Purifying Dark Stones book, please?" "Oh, of course!" And he kind of grabs it over and he brings it over and he's like, "What do you need a book for?"
I'm hoping.
How much for the
memory,
book?
I feel like his memory resets like every 5 seconds.
I wonder what that's like. You know.
I did warn you that that's what his memory reset was.
Yeah.
Lee kind of leans in and is like, "How much for that book you're holding?" This book is 15 gold pieces. You watch as Lee takes it out, puts it on the table, grabs the book, and hands it to you, Fez.
Thank you. You are very helpful. Turns around.
This is why we're paying.
As you're turning around, you see him blush slightly and kind of turn away as well.
Aww.
Oh, he's a sweetie.
We love him.
He's just a precious old man, you know.
I'm gonna say
You tried to cut my freaking hand off.
I was gonna say, are you talking about Lee?
That Lee's the one who blushed.
Yeah, Lee is the one who blushed.
Oh.
Yeah, Lee is the one. He hands you the
I would
book.
like to say, if I, myself, as a person, met
Wait a
Lee in
minute.
real life.
Does Lee like Fez? Hang on a second. Cause
Isn't Fez like 300 years old?
Probably.
Fez
But you know
is
what?
in
I was gonna say, does
her
Fez look 300 years older than him?
Well, aren't
I
you
think
taken
Fez
over
is
by
like
demons?
26.
Yeah.
Well, I thought. Okay, never mind. Maybe I don't
No,
know. how
Fez
this works.
lost her soul to a demon.
So
Yeah.
wouldn't that just
Fez
make her
is
immortal like an
26.
undead?
She's wearing a cowboy hat and a jasmine costume. Do you really think a
that
teenage
kind of summed
boy,
up what you said.
like,
Wouldn't
The
be
Jasmine
into that.
costume
That's
shows
Exactly.
off her
We'll see if
you know?
he might just be like, oh, okay.
And she's fiery, literally. So,
Maybe I should have listened when my dentist talked.
but I was like, because Fez is
About
also his
what?
number one fan when it comes to
Talk
like
to you about
the
what?
So
The heavy metal?
in the morning.
Yeah.
No.
I would be basically punching myself if I didn't admit that Lee definitely has a crush on Fez. For that
Love
reason.
that.
We love that.
She is the only person that lets him play heavy metal and actually gets to it at that early in the morning.
I know.
Or in general.
Okay, there we go. And
Heavy metal only exists to Lee. So the fact that anybody other than Lee likes heavy metal instantly makes Lee like Fez.
wow. Here, I thought it was just because she was curvy, but you know.
Well, I mean, that does help. I was say Fez's outfit does reveal that, and so
I'm
that
pretty
is
sure
appealing
Lee
to
did not notice
a
that.
teenage male.
Yeah, I'm like, she's wearing a cowboy hat and a jasmine costume.
Yeah.
Like, even
I feel like that.
So,
I feel like the cowboy hat would cancel out the Jasmine costume.
no, it adds
No.
to it, baby.
Not to teenage boys.
Okay.
No, I'm into it. Like,
I will point out that he is 17. So, just to be clear.
Small child. I
was
say
talking
as a
about being
17-year-old.
into Fez, but you know, whatever.
I say, but
Is,
half orcs also hit maturity at 12. So,
That's terrifying statistic. It's very unsettling.
so anyway,
anything else anybody would like to do?
Is Limir at Dimshire still?
Yes, they're finishing up. He's getting ready to head home.
Alright. Roshan needs to have a talk with him when he gets a chance.
He did that. 'cause-
Okay. I'll say you managed to catch him as he's coming into the court.
Alright. So, I'm just gonna lay it out like this. I'm not gonna blame you anymore for what happened.
I can't blame you if you did.
You didn't know, and you kind of got trapped under the rock of responsibility. So I'm not gonna blame you for that one. But,
More like a boulder than a rock, but
if
thanks.
there's any self that feels the need to pay me back in some way, I actually have something I could use some help with. If you're interested, I'm not particularly asking, but if you feel the need,
I need cash.
There's like a moment. There's a moment where Lemire, he kind of looks off to the side and he kind of fidgets for a second. He says,
I want you back.
"Shut up."
I'm in love with my sword. It's really complicated.
If
What's that? It's spot on.
if you're willing to stay with me, I can do anything you need.
I called it.
Of course. It's very clear that he is not over Russian.
You can
I
hit him
want you
again.
back.
That was just
I'll
creepy.
help.
If not, it's also fine.
That's cool.
let me explain the situation.
I want to fuck my sword.
Put it in the right place.
Oh my goodness.
There's a pretty lady in my sword. I want to do her. Can you help me with that?
Uh-huh.
That's the worst rejection ever.
Poor
I'm
Lemire.
not trying to say it like that. I'm trying to
Oh.
That's exactly what you're trying
You
to
can
say.
definitely just say that there's somebody else in your life and he'll leave you alone.
Yeah, I'm
So
like,
if I
I
would
don't
do
want
it
him
with my
to
sword.
immediately realize that somebody else is the person. I also need him to help me get out of a sword.
That's also fair.
I mean,
Take your
sometimes
time.
being blunt in these situations is the best, you know?
Let me get a word in.
Listen,
I
be
mean, you
gentle.
have so much knowledge in this
All right.
situation.
Let him,
Save John.
let him talk. Let him talk.
All right. So I've had some things happen in my life, and that has led me to sympathize with this woman who may or may not be trapped in a physical sword.
Not saying that this is the sword, but this is the sword.
So, and she'll take the sword off her shoulder, and she'll set it in her hands. In this sword, whether or not you believe me, there is somebody who needs help getting out of it. Without going too much into the details for their own privacy, somebody they cared about had done some things, and they were trapped in this sword as sort of
Repercussion. Yeah.
And that's not fair to them. And they deserve a second chance because they didn't do anything wrong.
I really want his response to be that you want to fuck a sword as well. You know, after all of that.
There's like a moment where Lemire, he gives kind of a sigh and he's like, "You care about her?"
No, I'm just doing this because I
Well,
can.
that was, to be fair, that was originally Rosh's plan, but
That was
at
before.
this point, yes. Well, she's also not doing this to bang the sword.
If that happens, it's just a plus.
It's a complete side bonus, you know.
There's like a moment where Lemire, he kind of
Well, achievement unlocked.
He looks up into Rasha's eyes, and then he kind of like quickly turns around. He's like, "What do you need?"
I don't know. That's the biggest issue, is I don't know what I need. I don't know if I need lots of money. I don't know if I need to get a wish spell going. I don't know if I need to talk to some strange god or something.
I can hook you up with a strange god.
Believing in a strange god? That's new for you, Rasha.
I've had a lot happen on this adventure. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm a mother now.
A mother
Really?
father.
He turns back around. He's like,
Adoptive.
"Oh, okay."
Like, excuse me?
She's twice my age, but she's got a kid of her own, but she's great.
Is she the goblin in the blue dress that you guys have been going around with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a grandmother. Fun fact.
Oh, I mentioned that.
Well, it might not be
Yeah,
your
what's-
style, Rasha, but in the city of Illaridge, there is something. Nobody knows what it is anymore. It was a statue. Most believe that it was a statue to the goddess of creation.
Oh, is this the person who could also help with that? Okay. Connecting the
And
dots.
if you can find some way to commune with her, you might be able to do it. She's referred to now as the fallen goddess, though, so I don't know how much merit that will have.
Have to see how it goes. Well, if I don't ever see you again, best of luck with your town.
Thanks.
Thank God.
And
Best of luck
take
to you,
good
too.
care of it.
This man is gonna go cry in his room now.
With that, you kind of watch as he kind of turns back around and heads back to the Cobalt Harbor. He kind of pauses, and for a second he says, "You guys are more than welcome and able to pass through the Cobalt Harbor anytime you need. You'll
Appreciate
need to get to Illaridge, so I'll see you on your way, but just wanted to let you know." And with that, he kind of turns back around and a little bit more hurriedly walks away.
Because he's gonna cry in his room now. I was gonna say something.
Poor Tombo.
Being harassed.
Let's see. Is there anything else anybody else would like to do
Besides getting stuff enchanted.
besides getting stuff enchanted? Okay. With that, I think we're gonna call it here. I'm tired because I've also had a very rough morning, and mine left me slightly more tired because I went to work on top of it. So
Have fun.
I'm gonna call the session there. There's a stream going, huh? Thank y'all so much for watching. I apologize for low energy today, but it was just.
How dare we choose the diplomatic choice?
You know what? Diplomacy is okay. Not everything has to be bloodshed. Lamir was definitely ready to kill himself should it require it, but
Yeah,
That's
I
just
don't know why.
kinda
Like, dude,
sad.
You're good.
And I feel like he's more inclined to kill himself now.
Yeah,
I want you to know he kind of saw that coming, and so that's why he was okay doing it.
he's like, dude, calm
But
down. Wait a minute, man.
Like, dude, it's been 3 years.
Move on.
hey, you know what? He's an emotional guy.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I can't judge him, so. I really
Okay.
like the orange very much. Thank you.
That community interaction. All right, so thank y'all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, make sure to tune in 3 weeks from now because we won't be back.
We're going
We
on
will
a
be
brief
on
intermission.
a brief intermission. Zooming through the skies.
Little outside.
Banned. Boom. Taken off Twitch. Never seen again.
Ah!
All right. See y'all next time.